This is how you finish obbies in a matter of seconds, and this is how you get to a glitched area underneath the map. These are some of the craziest hidden tricks in Pet Simulator 99. Okay, so the very first hidden trick I got for you guys is a way to get a completely free huge pet. And this is the Stairway to Heaven trick. So basically what you do to get to this area is you walk into literally any obby in the game that you can die in. You just simply die and then you click the home button right here as you die. And once you do that, basically it's going to take you to this special world right here where there's just a floor and you're going to be climbing an endless staircase. For every floor that you climb, you have a chance of getting the huge angel dog. And I'm not really sure what the chances are, but some people say that it's 1 in 1 million, so it isn't a guaranteed way, but I guess if you climb enough stairs you can get it. And also another trick I'll tell you guys to make your stair climbing life a bit easier is to kind of cut corners like this, but it is also kind of risky because you can fall down, but you should be able to catch yourself if you have an IQ above 3. So make sure you just cut the corners just like this and don't walk around it like the long boring way. It saves you a little bit of time, but when you're on a journey to climb a million stairs, a little time is going to end up being a lot of time by the end of it. Anyways, heading over to the next hidden trick, and this one I actually didn't know and I was really surprised to find out. It is in the Minesweeper minigame. Basically everyone knows how this minigame works. You walk over tiles, some of the tiles have a chance of exploding, and basically you just die and you have to restart all again. But there's actually a way to decrease the chances of stepping on a red tile by a huge amount. All you have to do for that is walk all the way over here to the left side. Then you just gotta kind of jump in between the tiles, and this isn't a guaranteed way, but you're probably gonna be hitting a few tiles, but you should be able to get over a few of them, which is better than none. That's gonna make it so you have a less chance of hitting a mine, and hopefully you'll only be hitting green tiles. Okay, anyways, the next trick I got for you guys here is to complete your obby in literally seconds. Like I'm talking about 7 or 8 seconds, maybe even less. And this trick was actually found out by another YouTuber called Nightfox, so shout out to him. Basically, if you have the Titanic Silver Dragon, which I don't think a lot of you guys watching do, you basically have to equip that and your hoverboard, and then you kind of just equipped it and then hop on the Titanic Silver Dragon, and then you hop off and equip your hoverboard. Pretty confusing, but basically once you walk into the portal after doing all of these steps, you're basically going to be riding on an invisible Titanic pet. And since this pet can fly, well, I guess you guys kind of know where this is going. You kind of just fly over the whole obby in a matter of seconds, and that's how you finish obby in seconds. But you kind of have to get the specific Titanic pet first, which is almost impossible, I guess. Anyways, moving over to the next hidden trick. It's actually not really a trick, it's just a pretty cool secret area that anybody in the map can get access to. So basically all you have to do is walk over to this specific area on the map, and then you're gonna notice that you can actually kind of walk underneath / through it. And once you do that, you're gonna head over to this area where there's just a bunch of water and grass, and I guess this is a pretty cool hangout spot. And I'm not really sure why you need this in a game like Pet Sim. You can't really hide from anyone here, but I guess if you're playing hide and seek in a private server with your friends, you know the best spot in the game now. Anyways, moving on to the next trick I got for you guys here is achievements, and I actually did not know this existed in the game. If you click this button right here and then this next one right here, you should be able to open up your achievements, and basically they're very self-explanatory. They're pretty similar to the rank rewards. You kind of just have to finish a certain quest and you get a certain amount of stuff from it, and these things greatly vary. You can get stuff from just like coins, potions, all the way to huge pets, and I definitely recommend this if you're trying to reach max in this game. Moving on to the next hidden trick. This is another secret area in the game, and this is kind of well hidden, so I don't think a lot of you guys would notice this. Basically all you have to do to access this area is head over to area number 35, and boom, all you have to do next is walk through this tunnel right over here. And once you do that, you're gonna encounter Preston, and everyone knows who Preston is. He's literally the guy who created every single Pet Simulator game, and if you talk to the Preston NPC, he's basically gonna ask you to enter a code, and to this day no one knows what this code is, and apparently if you enter it, you'll be able to get a reward. I'm not sure how he expects us to guess this code, but I guess if we guess it, then surely the reward is like a Titanic pet or something crazy, right? Anyways, moving on to the next trick. This is a pretty simple trick to do, and it is the VIP diamond farm. So there's a lot of quests in the game that require specific things. Like the most annoying ones are the rank quests that require you to break diamonds, and this can be very tedious to do, especially since all the areas in the game barely spawn diamonds. So what I recommend you guys to do for that is to buy the VIP game pass, and I know it can kind of be a waste of Robux, but it's gonna help you a ton with this quest, and it is a long-term purchase. Like you literally don't lose your VIP. Basically that's gonna make it like 100 times easier to get your diamond breakables quest done. All you have to do is sit AFK in this area and turn on an auto clicker. Very simple. And on top of that, you even get access to the VIP rewards. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best game passes in the whole game. Moving on to the next hidden thing in this game, I'm going to be telling you guys about the shiny relics. Most of you guys should already know what these are, but if you don't, they're basically these golden paw looking things that are located around the map, and I'm pretty sure there's at least one in every single area in the game. If you go very close to these hidden relics, you should be able to click on them, and once you do that, you're basically going to be deposited into your hidden inventory. And once you collect 10 of them, it's going to increase your chance of getting a shiny pet. And if you don't know what shiny pets are, they're basically just better pets. It's kind of like an enchantment that's added to your pet, but you can only get it through hatching. And that basically makes your pet like a lot better. Like the worst pet in an egg can be better than the best one if it has this enchantment. That's how good this enchantment is. So I definitely recommend collecting all of these around the map. I'm sure you can search up a tutorial on YouTube or somewhere else to see where all the hidden shiny relics are. And trust me, you're going to want to do this. Moving on to the next secret thing, this one isn't really practical. It's kind of just like a cool Easter egg. So everyone knows about the sled race minigame. Pretty self-explanatory. You basically go down a hill and you have to dodge a bunch of obstacles. And if you don't, well, you just kind of crash and you have to restart. And you have to restart from where you die. But once you reach the bottom, did you know that you actually do a victory emote? And most of these emotes are literally copied straight from Fortnite. You got stuff like the Orange Justice and the Infinite Dab. Pretty cool Easter egg, and this one's also pretty fun. Moving on to the next hidden trick. This one isn't really a trick. Well, I guess it's kind of how you use it. Everyone knows about the car ride minigame, but most of you probably wouldn't because this one is one of the newer ones. Basically, it's a minigame where you just ride a cart into Preston's mouth and you just get a bunch of rewards. And the way you do that is by hopping on these carts, and you can change the speed of them. But you have to kind of adjust it properly, because if you go too fast, then when you turn the corners, you're just going to fling off. And if you go too slow, well, it's going to be very, very tedious and slow to get to the end. And the most important thing in this game is efficiency. But did you know that in this minigame, you can actually walk on the tracks without even having a cart? And if you master your jumping skills to a high enough level, I'm pretty sure you should be able to make this jump. Well, I can't, but if you get to that level, I'm pretty sure you can, because a Roblox character should be able to jump this high. But it's going to be extremely difficult, and you might need to practice it somewhere else. Just make sure you don't fall off, because then it's all over. Alright, next up, I'm going to be telling you guys about the secret doors in this game. There's a lot of secret doors that are added to this game. There's a gate here, there's a gate here, and there's a secret door with a lock right here. So many places that you can't enter, but it looks like you should be able to. My theory for these secret areas is that they're going to be adding a bunch of new stuff to these places. Maybe like a hidden world where you can access a hidden chest or something like that, because they had a butt ton of these in Pet Simulator X, which is the game before this one. And the Pet Simulator devs love to hide Easter eggs, so some of them might just even be cool areas that you can explore. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Anyways, moving on to the next hidden trick. This is something that a lot of you guys won't notice, because I doubt a lot of you watching are already at the latest area in the game. Well, once you get to the latest area, you can actually see something that's pretty cool behind this barrier, and that is the third rebirth. So we basically know for sure that the next area that's added to the game is the third rebirth. And let's talk about some changes that could be added to this third rebirth. Well, everyone knows how the rebirths basically work. They increase the damage your pets do by 75%. So I recommend everybody that gets to a rebirth, you should definitely be using it. But the third rebirth could be something different, because I feel like if pets get their damage too high, then it would just be kind of overpowered. So the devs might be thinking to add something else, unless they want to buff the pet's damage and make the next breakables a lot harder to break. I guess that would balance it out. Okay, now I'm going to be telling you guys about a kind of hidden secret in the game, which is located at area number 38. If you walk over to this area, you're going to notice it's an ice themed area. And if you actually look closely at the ice, you're going to notice a pretty cool thing. There's actually a bunch of characters that are frozen in the ice. And these people aren't actually just random people in the game. They're actually the developers of Pet Simulator 99. And some of them even helped create the previous games, which is a pretty cool Easter egg to add to the game. But this one is pretty hard to find. You kind of have to look for it. Next up is something that I didn't know, and it's going to help you a ton when it comes to the Diamond Breakables quest. I mentioned before that you can buy the VIP area, but if you don't want to spend Robux in the game, this is kind of a fix to it. I still recommend the VIP area, but that's only if you have Robux. If you don't have Robux, then this is the dumbed down version of it. So like I mentioned before, every area in the game only spawns a limited amount of Diamond Breakables. I've never seen it go above like 10%, maybe even 5, I'm not sure. But there's actually a special thing about one of the areas in the game which makes it spawn more diamonds. I'm not sure why this is, or even if it's a bug, but who cares? Okay. What you guys should be doing right now is abusing this area. And if you have a Diamond Breakables quest, make sure you come to this area. And that area is the Tiki area. It's where you get your first rebirth in the game. So now you know where to go if you want to complete your Diamond Breakables quest. And while we're on the topic of the Tiki area, let me tell you guys a secret thing that's actually behind this rebirth sign. If you climb the mountain right here, you're going to notice a character and a sign really, really far away. And you can't actually read what it says, but some people in this game have access to free cam mode, and they've actually gone and read what it says on the sign. And it literally just says, "Welcome to Ohio." Pretty funny Easter egg for the devs to add to the game. And that's it.